Hello everybody, Chris here, and in this video we're going to be installing the Bitnami WordPress stack on our localhost computer. That just means the computer we're currently using. And in this case you're going to want to go to bitnami.com/stacks, where you'll see many different applications that run off of Bitnami. Pretty impressive, honestly. We're just going to go ahead and grab the WordPress stack. You could also grab LAMP and then put WordPress on top of it, but this would be the simplest way to get WordPress up and running, just using the WordPress stack. So by clicking that and opening it up, we're going to go down here for the Bitnami WordPress 4.61 or whatever the current version is -Windows installer. Yep, so just go ahead and click that, download now, and this will run basically independent of any other stacks. It just has everything all in one. So save that to your computer, and it's going to take a second to download. So now that it's downloaded, just go ahead, open up the installer. So the Bitnami installer loaded there. I'm going to be installing in English. It will make a note that you have antivirus running, which it recommends that you disable it temporarily, of course. But I'm not going to bother with that. I've never had an issue with not having the antivirus disabled. So next on this, WordPress PHP my admin, next, and it's going to install to C drive Bitnami WordPress, next. So here we need to put in a real name. Well, it doesn't have to be a real name. You can just use Chris Tutorials or whatever. An email address and a login, which I believe needs to be lowercase. So we'll just put Chris Tutorials there. And a password, which I believe can only include alphanumeric characters. That means no exclamation marks or @ signs. So just put in a password there. Next, give it a blog name. So we'll just say Chris Tutorials. Now you can optionally include Gmail support if you want to set that up so that WordPress can basically send mail outwards. Maybe something you want to have there so that you can test things like contact forms. I'm not going to bother with it right now. Uncheck launch WordPress in the cloud with Bitnami unless that's something you're interested in. Next, and have it install on the computer. So once the Bitnami stack is installed, you can leave launch Bitnami stack checked. Go ahead and hit finish, and it's going to pop up with the stack over here in the web browser. You can go ahead and hit access WordPress, and that's going to take you to where the WordPress site is installed, which is your localhost IP address 127.0.0.1/WordPress. And if you want to go to the administration interface, then you would type in /admin using the same username and password that you set in when you were installing Bitnami. So I just went ahead and got into the WP admin interface there. And in order to manage the stack, you have this tool over here called the Bitnami WordPress stack. If you ever want to shut it off, you can go to manage servers, select MySQL database and Apache web server, and disable them both. Now what you do beyond that is completely up to you. You can go to appearance if you want to add in themes, plugins, for plugins obviously, and create content for your site. And when you're ready, you can bring this stuff over to a live website on a web server that you may be paying for or running yourself, and have your WordPress website up and running. So I've been Chris. Thanks for watching this tutorial on setting up Bitnami on your localhost machine, and I'll see you in my future content.